Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Tina Gale with My Scrappy Ideas. This is my first layout from my Expand Your Collection series that I'm doing. And these are the papers that I started with. We're working with crepe paper poolside, so I have it, some crepe paper, confetti paper, just that scrap of darker pink, and then this is Jelly Bean Soup, the red raspberry collection, a really older collection from Echo Park, the Sweet Girl. And so if you want to see more about all of the products, make sure that you check out the first video, and I'll put links down below in the description of this one explaining how all of this came about. But basically, I am trying to share how I can still enjoy all of the latest collections and trends and shopping for new paper when I have so much paper already, but not have all of the guilt, because I'm using it up. And I'm mixing in my older stash that I still love, that I don't want to get rid of, but it is older. And I can still enjoy those new papers and the new collections that are coming out and new trends. So we're mixing the new with the old and doing some stash busting. So the first thing I did was take my two photos and matted them on that pink paper that was from my stash. It was quite old. And then I'm just kind of lining up and trying to figure out how I want to build this layout. I knew I just kind of wanted to keep it all to the center. I'm working with a sketch that is from Laura Whitaker. This was actually the Stuck Sketches challenge for this month, and I was going to enter in it, and then I totally forgot until I was finished with it that they were doing a collaboration with the Cut Shop, and I didn't use any cut files on this layout, so I won't be entering it in that. But I'm just playing with some of the papers, trying to decide. I knew I kind of wanted to put a bigger mat with that butterfly paper, and my intentions in the beginning were try to keep it all one color scheme, so just a monochromatic color scheme with just pinks. My daughter here has a little sweatsuit on that's pink with a really light aqua trim on it. And so I thought, well, if I do all pinks, which I normally have a really hard time doing monochromatic color schemes, so it was a challenge for me to try to just pull out the pinks. And so let me back up too. When I started, I showed in the original video that there were 4 papers from the poolside collection that I had purchased, that I was using, and then I'm pulling in the rest from my stash. So I looked through those papers and I decided I wanted to do a pink color scheme, and I pulled out the 2 pink papers that would work for just a monochromatic color scheme. So it's that pink geometric pattern that you see there, and another pink tone-on-tone paper that is underneath the layout there. You'll see in a minute, and I'll cut some diagonal pieces for the layout out of it. So those 2 papers were the new papers from the poolside collection, and then everything else is from my stash. And so I just went looking at my stash for more pink papers, and I was flipping that one over from the poolside, that pink geometric, to see what was on the back, and it would have worked because it was just an off-white with a grid on it. But I felt like it was just too light. These photos are quite old, so the colors aren't real bright and vibrant like film and stuff is today. So I'm just going back, and I've decided to make the large geometric part of the very background, because it is such a bold pattern. I want it, but I want it in very small amounts so that it doesn't overwhelm the layout or, you know, just take over. And so that is one thing that I usually do when I have pretty bold prints or colors. So this one's not bold in its color, but the print is really bold because it's really big and it's repeating and all of that. So I usually tuck it behind or just use it in small amounts, and then that way you get the effect of it without it overwhelming your layout. And then I had this wood grain paper that has the pink ombre effect over the top of it, and I decided to cut it for the top, and I'm just going to cut it like a banner. So all of that is exactly how the sketch shows, and I'm not sure if I show the sketch on screen or not. I think I missed it. I think I forgot it, but you can go to Stuck Sketches and to their blog, and you can find the sketch there, or either at Laura Whitaker's blog too. She does a lot of sketches. Okay, so here's the other paper from the Poolside collection, and the sketch called for just 2 triangular pieces in the corners, and so I'm just laying it on there and kind of sketching how big I wanted that triangle. If you follow my videos very much, then you know that I'm a real visual, so I always kind of lay things down and then just kind of pencil it up. Then I have these, the pink butterfly pieces, and since they were just scraps, I had just a small amount, and so I just trimmed them up, and I'm going to put them off each side underneath those banner pieces so that it appears that I have this large mat for my photos to sit on. So all of that's going to do all of the grounding for my photos. And it would have worked if you'd not had the bigger pieces, if you'd mat your photos so that they were grounded just a little bit more. But since I didn't mat these, I have the 2 and I'm just butting them up together, then I really needed that bigger piece behind. So here's the Poolside little triangles that I cut. I'm just inking them, inking everything with my Tim Holtz inks. And then I'm going to kind of stick it together. Then the rest of it is pretty much all of the embellishing. And this is where I'm trying to use up a lot of my stash. If you watch the previous video, of course, I'm pulling out all of the embellishments that I bought to go along with this collection and the other 2 summer collections that I bought. I explain all of that, so be sure to check out that first video. So these are the chipboard pieces from American Craft that have the titles, and this pink one says relaxing, and I thought it was really good because this story is about my daughter, and she always seemed to enjoy her swing, but she would not lay back in the swing and just relax. You know how you'd always put kids in these swings to put them to sleep, and then when they'd stop, they'd wake up and you'd be cranking it again or whatever. That's aging myself and these photos. But she would always just sit up and want to be leaning over, which of course would stop the swing. So it was always quite comical, but she'd want to be in it, but so it wasn't relaxing. It wasn't relaxing for me because I kept being afraid it was going to flip or something like that. I don't think there was any way that it would, but it was still just a fear, you know, so it made me uneasy. She looked uncomfortable, but she was happy. So I thought that was a perfect title for this layout and this story that I wanted to tell about my daughter and the swing from her baby time. Okay, so I'm just pulling out all of the embellishments, like I said, that I placed in this order with Poolside and the other 2 summer collections, as well as a few that I've purchased last month that would match. So I pulled all of those out that had pink on them that I could possibly use. And then I went back into my stash and pulled out a few things as well. So right now I'm just going through all of that to see which ones that I like for where I've gone with the layout so far, the papers that I've chosen, you know, which ones do I still think are going to go well. So the one thing for sure is the chipboard title, and then some of the puffy stickers. And I actually only end up using the one that has the little tree. I've fidgeted around for quite a while trying to put in a lot of the newer embellishments, and it ended up, I just couldn't quite get it the way that I wanted. And the main deal was, like I'd said before, I tried to stick with the monochromatic color scheme, and that's really difficult for me. So in the end, I succumbed to it, and I add in just a little bit of that aqua color, and it really helps the layout because it helps pull your eye into the photos and of my daughter there. And so I didn't follow through. So you can see the first thing that I give into is this little tag at the top. I'm going to tuck it in. I'm going to end up writing the date on there and put a little sticker on it. I go around for a long time and just start tucking stuff in. I'm trying to keep everything in that triangular, so my biggest bulk of all of my embellishments are going to be to the bottom right along with my title. And then I'm going to build some onto the top there where that tag is, just a little bit. That's going to be my smallest cluster. The one where my title is of course my biggest cluster. And then I'm going to put some off at the top where I'm messing right now. And so again, I'm going to apologize because my camera shut off, so the very end is not on there, but I will put in still photos And then I'm going to go through and show you exactly which products I used from, just in case you have any of it in your stash that you want to work with. And so all the other rest of the stickers that I used are from the Cartabella True Friends collection. And let's see, and the Echo Park Sweet Girl stickers, as well as the Lily Bee Sweet Shop. That was where the label came from, and my title, the rest of my title, because I have that relaxing, and then I use the alphabet stickers to say "or not" in real small letters, so you can see the layout here. I added the little dollhouse to the side with the puffy sticker tree, so I'm mixing really old with the brand new. And then I added in a little playing card that had a doll on it, along with the flowers and the hearts and a few other hearts, and then my enamel dots and some stickers. And I used the glitter enamels that came from the Pink Paisley Atlas enamel shapes. And so I was really happy to use those up because I wasn't sure how I was going to finish that package off. So I have the crepe paper confetti and the crepe paper poolside that I used 2 sheets from it, as well as the sticker sheets from Cartabella on the True Friends collection and the Echo Park Sweet Girl stickers. I have some, that was the one where I just used the card. These are the Lily Bee Sweet Shop label letter stickers, and the Pink Fresh Up in the Cloud puffy shapes, and the Pink Paisley Atlas enamel shapes. These are the label stickers from Lily Bee Sweet Shop. And then just my enamel dots, and I actually added in a couple of sequins. So I hope you'll come back and see the next 3 layouts that I've done on the process videos using the crepe paper poolside collection and expanding it by doing some stash busting. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.